constituency chairman for Atrema Kwangoma in the Ashanti region, has been caught with 76 ballot papers. And so it is evidence that the NDC wants to rig this year's election. Again, this is another frivolous allegation by the NPP. Number one, the young man in question is not even per the preliminary information we have received from our executives in Atrema Kwangoma. He is not even of voting age. He is a minor, number one. Number two, the young man has a mental problem. And number three, the young man was not caught with ballot papers. He was caught with, or they found sample ballot papers in his custody. So here again, we are not talking about ballot papers, but sample ballot papers meant for voter education. And because this is a young guy with, a mental issue, he went on the frolic of his own to this police station for reasons best known to him, and he was caught. That cannot be evidence of the NDC trying to rig an election with sample ballot papers. Who rigs an election with sample ballot papers? When any reasonable man ought to know that during the sorting process, that sample ballot paper will be flagged as a foreign material and removed from the ballot papers, which will be eventually counted and the votes collated and declared. So clearly, this is another frivolous allegation. These are the three allegations the NPP have been making against the NDC since last night. And you can see that these are vexatious. These allegations are vexatious. They are totally baseless, and they are symptomatic of a political party who are desperate to hold on to power even when they have seen that power is leaving them. And you in the media ought to fact check them and call them to order, because this is deliberate disinformation by the NPP aimed at escalating tensions and inciting their thugs. I want to repeat that for emphasis, to engage in baseless retribution, violence, thuggery, to manipulate the peace and sanctity of the ongoing electoral process. Now, ladies and gentlemen, having dealt with the three frivolous allegations from the NPP, let me now show you real evidence of rigging that the New Patriotic Party has been found to be engaging. Real evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier this morning in Pokuase, in the Amasaman constituency, at a hotel called Royal N Hotel, our supporters, led by our regional youth organizer, Amos Blessing, got intel. The NPP had assembled 4 young people there who had in their possession electoral materials in the nature of ballot papers, BVD machines, and even printers and cash. And that these young people were there printing a lot of ballot papers for the purpose of ballot stuffing. So they got wind of this information and besieged the hotel. They managed to break inside. They went and caught these people, and lo and behold, the intel was spot on. 4 young people with BVDs, with printers, with ballot papers, not sample ballot papers. We dare the NPP to show one ballot paper found in the custody of any NDC supporter or agent for the purpose of ballot stuffing or for undermining the sanctity of this process. We have found a lot of ballot papers in the custody of these 4 NPP miscreants. And they have BVD machines, biometric verification devices, which are used for the sole purpose of voting. They have printers, they have cash. And so let's see, we'll show you some of those pictures. In fact, if you go on my Facebook wall, I've already put that out, and we will also show you some before you leave here, for you to know that what we are talking about is totally factual. These guys were caught at Royal N Hotel with these ballot papers, biometric verification devices, and printers, cash. And it will interest you to know that they had already printed the ballot papers for Alhaji Bawumia. All the ballot papers have been tamprinted for Alhaji Bawumia. They have been tamprinted for the NPP parliamentary candidate for Trubu and the NPP parliamentary candidate for Amasamai. And so, screen guys, I just forwarded to you those pictures. If we can have some of them on the screen, it will be good. Now, the second one has to do with an incident that happened at Xenia Hotel in Accra earlier today. And this was a case of NPP executives in the Ladede Kotupong constituency who had in their custody the device, the official device that the Electoral Commission uses for the purpose of voter transfer. It will shock you to know that on this day, election day, the NPP had camped a lot of young people at Xenia Hotel, and they were actually transferring, we don't know where they vote originally, but they were transferring their votes to Ladade Kotupong so that they could vote at Ladade Kotupong here in Accra. We got wind of it, and led by our constituency secretary, Jifa Bunu, and some media men, we went there and we busted them, and the police arrested them. TV3 actually did a story on that. And so if you can show us the Xenia Hotel video, even as you make the Royal and Hotel videos ready. Xenia Hotel video, let's have that one on the screen. The Xenia Hotel video. Yes, so that is a Xenia Hotel video. This happened in Accra just this afternoon. And TV3 was there, their correspondent Komla Kluche was there. The MPP candidates had camped these people there. And on election day, they had access to the voter transfer device. And they were transferring people to Ladade Kotupong so that they can vote today in Ladade Kotupong. How did they get that device, which should be in the custody of only the Electoral Commission? So we are not making frivolous allegations. The media was there. This video I actually got from TV3, and you can confirm from Kwamla Kluchi. It did happen. Now, are the Royal Inn Hotel pictures ready? Okay, so we will show you the Royal Inn Hotel ready, and that one you will see ballot papers, not sample ballot papers. Now let's put that aside and talk about an incident that has happened in Tolon in the northern region of Ghana. So can we see the pictures? In Tolon, what happened today was that in Nyankpala, specifically the Nyankpala campus of the University of Development Studies, UDS, the NPP candidate, parliamentary candidate for Tolon, Habib, the deputy chief whip for the minority caucus in parliament, was found distributing or sharing money to some of the students there to vote for him. And he was doing this with NPP officials. So our NDC supporters, when they got wind of this, went there to confront them, and it led to some heated exchanges. Habib and his men then left the scene and then returned few minutes after with guns. They went to the Nyankpala campus and started shooting indiscriminately. Nobody got hurt at the campus. They scared the people away, and everybody, ran from the scene. On their way out from the Nyankpala campus of UDS, at the entrance, they saw an NDC shed with some innocent NDC supporters seated under the shed. Immediately they saw them seated on benches under the shed. They opened fire on them without any provocation. And they murdered one person in cold blood at the spot. Another was seriously injured and is currently at the hospital undergoing treatment. This is not the only picture. Show us more pictures. The Nyankpala, show us more pictures. So you are engaged in vote buying, you are confronted by NDC supporters. So the one who died, you can see him under that. This is an NDC shed. If you look at the far right hand side, you will see NDC written on something on a bench there. And you see the person under there. They shot him and killed him. This is not a tag. This person clearly might have voted and was seated under that shed. He did nothing wrong. They opened fire on him and murdered him in cold blood. And yet these people have the effrontery to call press conferences and rather accuse the opposition for trying to rig an election. This is how evil they are. Can you show us more pictures? There are more. Show us more pictures. The pictures of the bullets. The bullets which were found at the scene when they shot at the people and killed them. Okay, so this is what has happened. A very sad, condemnable incident that has happened in Tolo. Then, a few minutes ago, we also had a very shocking incident happening in Kwadaso constituency, very close to the SDA hospital, Kwadaso constituency in the Ashanti region, where our national organizer with the Ashanti regional vice chair of the party picked intel that the NPP were storing some ballot papers, not sample ballot papers. That is the difference between the issues we are putting out there and what the NPP is disturbing the nation with. And so they followed that intel since yesterday, and today they got the spots where these ballot papers are being stored. So they went in there, broke into the place, and ladies and gentlemen of the media, it will surprise you to know that we found over 500,000 ballot papers at that location. And we have a video of that. So show us the Yamin video. 500,000 sample ballot papers, or notice of pool. Ballot papers, 500,000 of them. 500,000 of them. Kwadaso, it was found in a house. No, it's a video. It's a video. What I'm asking for is actually a video of Yami. So, but let's go through sequentially. Okay, so this is the Yamin video. Sorry for that hitch. Can we get audio coming through?
Yes. Just send a small video.
So everything you see there in the envelopes are all ballot papers.
Yes.
Ballot papers in boxes like that. These are all ballot papers. Ballot papers. Please repeat the video. Repeat the video. This is Kwadaso, and we have reported it to the police. We are inviting the media there to go and take a look. 500,000 ballot papers.
Oh, yes. Just send a small video. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So now let's go to the Royal N Hotel picture, the one that you put on. Let's go to all those pictures and let's show you what happened at Pokwase Royal N Hotel. Now go next image. That is a printer which was found at Royal N Hotel. Next image. Yes, a CCTV footage of the guys, some of the guys who were arrested. Next image. This one of the devices they were using. Next image. Yes, next image. Next. So this is a guy who was leading them, who has been arrested by the police. And we will actually play to you the video of when they were put into the police vehicle and were taken away from the said location. And I have personally brought this to the attention of the CID boss. Do you have another image? Yes, so this is when they were... No, show us the video. That's our original youth organizer confronting them. Continue the video, giving us around the commentary. That's the printer. The BVDs are in. And please, can you show the picture of the ballot paper so that people will know that this was not sample ballot papers, but real ballot papers. That picture is there. So you can see, we will share all these things to you. You can see the top of the ballot paper is written the ballot paper. This is not a notice of pool. It is not a sample ballot paper. It is ballot paper. And that is what they were printing today. and they had tamprinted all for Bawumia, the NPP PC for Amasama.